You know it. You know it.
He doesn't know what else to do.
I mean, you're on the map. I got to take you out.
What am I looking for? Back to this one. Okay, so we have. Okay, yeah, good. All right, so I get to do this, but I don't know if it makes any difference for. Especially if you don't hit.
So 9 is not going to hit. No.
It's too bad because that's a 2, which is right next to a 20.
Oh, so close. I mean, just missing the 0. All right. Here comes.
Yeah. It's just at the beginning.
All right. This thing is going to try to bite you, Jux. Actually, wait a minute. Jux, quick question. Were you on the ground? Were you on the ground or were you still flying? Because I don't. Are you saying that just to get out of this?
No.
All right.
No,
so
were you? The whole action to do that.
So if you're flying, are you what 20 feet off the ground?
Yeah, about that.
All right. So I'm going to make him make an athletics check to see if he can jump and bite you. There's a reason he's moving your way. So.
And it's to kill you.
Well, so with a 24, I'm going to say he leaps up and his teeth do close in towards your ankle. Let's see what happens. And I'm going to assume a 26 hits you. I don't know why it's rolling with advantage, so it's only the first number, but does a 26 hit you?
No, of course not.
I don't know that that's true. I think that might be a fib. All right, so you're going to take some damage. We got 2d6 coming at you, and then some extra stuff as well. So 2d6 plus 5. You take 11 points of damage, and then it's got some necro connected with this. So you're going to take 2d8 necrotic damage, which is going to reduce your total amount of hit points by that amount. But so you can't, until you do a short rest, you cannot gain this back. So you take 8 points of necrotic damage as well. Unless you have a resistance to that, I don't think that you do.
I don't believe I do either.
Okay. So it runs by Ziada. Ziada lashes out with her long sword, misses. It jumps over this corner, because remember this big pillar right here is providing some difficulty in getting around and getting over. Jumps over, lands, leaps up in the air, snaps at Jux's ankle, tugs him down a bit, ripping probably the back of his boot off, lands snarling, and yeah, so that happened.
All right, so the fucking dog wants to play fetch.
Maybe. I mean, it's a possibility.
Does anybody have any sort of understanding as to why it would leave the buffet that was in front of it to attack something that's more challenging for it to get? Do you actively have blood pouring off of you, Jux? What? Anything that you think
would you stop taunting this thing with your...
Fun fact, he doesn't know. He's just cutting himself in the corner. Free action, cut myself.
Like that cat toy. He flew up in the air, and the thing is like, oh, it's floating. Gotta hit it.
Like a redneck that sees a drone.
It's part cat. It's just part cat. You know what? Harvest, you're not in the room.
Nope.
But if anybody who is in the room would like to make a wisdom or intelligence check, I'll allow either. You might be able to know something.
Don't fool yourself. We don't know shit.
I think 14 is not enough. You just know that a big doggo came and took a bite out of you.
Or intelligence.
9s tonight for Ziada. Not good news.
9. Negativo. Yeah, nope. All right. So we're going to go to Novakri. Novakri goes, oh my God, it went over there. If anybody wants to have Novakri take an action, I'm open to do that.
Wait a minute. So, like, I'm still psychically linked to Novakri. Can I be in the room via her and then make a wisdom check?
You know what? Sure. For sake of
Thanks.
the rule of fun, sure.
Okay. Where the fuck?
You're gonna roll. You're gonna roll a one.
Right. Am I? I'm just doing straight wisdom. What am I doing?
Wisdom or intelligence, whichever is better for you.
Okay. Oh, mother.
So wait. So a 15 was enough to realize through whatever psychic emanations you have with Novakri right now. Ziada is giving off or capable of giving off radiant stuff and things. And that's a real problem for vampires. So the vampire has zero interest in sticking around that nonsense.
Got it. Okay. Understood. Thank you.
I threw on the.
Doesn't explain why you're picking on me again.
You were the closest target. It could have tried to squeeze down the tunnel or go get the floating dog toy.
Okay, so we've got. What specifically do you have over here? I guess we'll go with some Eldritch Blasties.
Pew pew.
Cast on this. Ah, that was almost good. It didn't be.
It didn't be.
That
That
might
is,
hit.
though. All right, so 10 points of damage.
Yes.
Okay. And Eldritch Blast is, yeah, it's arcane. It's not. Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
Did it.
And then maybe a little further. How far are we from that guy at this point? 35. Maybe one step further. And yeah, I think the Valkyrie. Let's see, bonus. Let's see bonus actions. You got anything good in there? Any inspirations?
Oh, that's true. She could always inspire somebody.
Yeah, but I can't click on it. So, I think Novakri's done.
Okay. Loki, you are up. You ran in the other room. You are still frightened of the creature. What are you doing?
I think I messed up by acting afraid and running away because I don't think I can't move closer in period, or I can't move closer as if I see it.
Correct. You can't move closer if you see it. Yep.
So like you can come up to like, right here sort
Next
of
to
thing.
Novakri.
And then once you see it, it's just like, right. I forgot. Me scared.
Oh, that's right. I don't like that thing at all.
Me a scared boy.
Okay. Alright, okay. Alright, let me shoot. Where is Loki?
Loki's so stealthy, his player can't find him.
Himself.
Yeah.
Loki is actually short Eminem.
All right, a 16 is a miss, as is a 14. And remember, you have disadvantage on attack rolls.
That's why I rolled twice.
Oh, I thought you were attacking twice. Sorry. So 16 does not hit.
There are plenty of young men to fight for China.
It's an honor to protect my country and my family.
So you'll die for honor.
I will die
Oh.
for you.
Is somebody Mulaning it
I
right
know,
now?
right? I'm like, it's very. I'm like, what is this?
Yeah.
It's Mulan. Okay, gotcha.
100% Mulan right there.
100% they hear Mulan right now playing.
Just very clearly, all of a sudden, it's just like,
Yeah.
I would die
I
for.
didn't have my mic
I
muted.
would die for honor.
It's,
Thought it was
so
pertinent for this point in the game.
Yes.
I appreciate it. I hope that makes me overcome my fear.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
So no disadvantage
It-
on this check.
But I do get advantage because of
Brave.
brave.
Oh.
I'm
Well,
brave.
oh yeah, because you don't have disadvantage, so we advantage. Okay, so advantage on your wisdom save.
Unfortunately, Nova's or Ziada's too far away. But we'll
Yeah.
we'll do this. No, that's disadvantage. This is advantage. My
Oh
die
boy.
knocked over the other die.
Yeah, and
That's
that.
nice. It made it the same fucking thing.
So the bad news is neither one works. The good news is you'll have advantage next time when you roll.
Mhm.
All right,
Makes
is that
sense.
your turn, sir?
Unless you lose your brave nature.
That's it.
All right, Harvest, you're up.
Movement, I didn't see the creature until I got to that square. So at that point, I can't move closer to it.
Correct.
Okie doke, just making sure. And then I'm gonna do this. Ooh, I don't know what that means yet. Okay. That's what I meant. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh snap! What's happening? Moonbeam. All right.
Yes, except I cast it at 3rd level
Oh,
because I didn't want to use
third
up all
level
my seconds.
3d10. Correct.
Uh, yep.
All right.
3d10.
And the creature gets to make a con save. What is my save?
Here, save is DC 16.
C16. All right, Constitution save. Do I have? I do. A little extra bonus for this. Little extra bone.
It's not gonna help the one you're gonna roll.
I don't know. That 18 looks pretty strong.
Yo,
So I'm only going to take
Look at
half
that.
of the moonbeamo.
how come I'm not seeing your rolls on here, Thomas?
Because
Is it
Ah,
just
he's
me?
done with that.
I'm just done with you seeing things.
He's like, I'm
Uh,
just gonna start
well,
telling you guys
so-
I
The
rolled an
screen
18.
is getting bigger and bigger.
So hold on. So I am rolling off the character sheets that these characters have. So that's where the dice rolls are coming from. I can shift back. It's just easier to click that way.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. 3d10. So half. You're taking half of 19. So
Half of 19. So
Nine.
what?
10.
9. Yep.
10.
Yeah,
No, we
mine's
don't round up. We don't round up. But that is a considerable punch to this thing as well as this ray drops down. Did you sure you didn't want to split it between the square Jux is in and the square the hyena is in? Actually, which square? The closest one to you? Like right there?
No. I have 120 feet on this. I have it be the furthest one.
All right, so the back corner back here.
Yeah.
Okay,
There.
cool. Just gonna do a little this.
Something.
Whoop. Moonbeam.
Nice. Yeah. And hold on. Let me just see what I got. There's some.
Trying to have a father. She's discovered, but will be forever shit. His honor will come to the valley. Traditional value will continue. Great. Not to mention no.
Does Does Jux look particularly bloody to me, or no? He looks fine.
I don't know. Jux?
Yeah, I'm a little hurt.
Does Ziada look more hurt than Jux?
We got a hurt off.
Are you more than a little hurt?
I'm at 54 of 76. So, like, I'm 2/3 full. I don't know where Jux
I am
is
at
sitting.
32 of 75.
Holy shit!
Oh
You're
my
more than a
God,
little
Jux.
hurt. Jesus Christ! Why don't you have some
He's
dots on
currently
you,
bloodied.
Jux?
Yeah.
I'm trying to put them on.
Fuck.
Yeah,
Can't see the red one.
you know, I got
He's just
Okay.
putting his own colors on there.
Yeah. Like, I'm a little hurt.
So
Oh.
what's your
Okay.
what is yours at right now?
Retardedly low. Okay.
36.
I can only do a level 1 because I already cast another thingamabobs. So this is for you, Jux. Coming right at you. I'm gonna whisper
Little sweet nothings.
little sweet somethings. And I'm gonna it's gonna say you look a little bloody, Jux. That's my healing word is. You got 6 points. Oops. Fuck. And I'm done. So move, moonbeam, radiant damage, and Jux gets 6 points. Finito.
Okay. Jux, it is your turn. Remember, you are outside of this creature's range. It had to jump to bite you. So you will not provoke unless you, I guess, move into its square and try to hug it. I mean, you can try to do that if you want. But what are you doing?
Wait a minute. I'm sorry. Can I attempt to get rid of this frightened?
Oh, yes, please do. Wisdom, you don't have disadvantage on this. It's just a straight up wisdom save.
Okay. Fuck! It was on a 16. For Christ's sakes! All right, I'm done. Bye.
You are still frightened. Jux flies down to the bottom part of the room. Zoom. What else are you doing?
I'm gonna shoot him.
Pew pew. He is big enough. He will not receive any cover from being. You're up in the air. He will not receive any cover from the pillar that's laying down there. Remember, you have disadvantage, but that's a miss, so you don't have to roll that one again. However, that's a hit. That is definitely a hit. So what are we looking at for damage?
7, right?
Oh, I see it. Sorry, I did it. My screen hadn't brought it all the way up. So nice. All right, cool.
And I would like to try to get rid of the fear, whatever.
Yep. Roll a wisdom save.
Because I'm really good at that.
Come on, you got this.
Still rolling with disadvantage or just normal?
Just normal. No disadvantage on saving throws from frightened. But that's not enough. I just want to see.
So that's it.
Okay. All right. It goes to Vaylin. Vaylin is going to. She sees this cluster of bodies right here and is going to go this way. Gets to right about there and goes, "Hey, is that thing still out there?"
No, it's perfectly safe.
And then it goes to Ziada.
Okay. I'm gonna move up like this.
Like a this.
To attack. Oh, come on.
She must be channeling her inner Mario.
Ah,
Oh boy, that's two misses in a row.
yeah, and then I guess I'll try and hit this thing with my shield. I always forget to do that first. Oh well. Well, it's fine. There's the 9. I
Oh,
can't
you got the
imagine
9. I
it's
got it.
gonna hit.
I did get a 23. So
Yeah.
so nothing. No, nothing there.
Yeah.
All right. So
That's all.
all right. So it goes back to this Knoll vampire. First thing that's going to happen though, its body is still in the moonbeam. So I've got to roll a con save because if I'm going to be hurt, I guess. Nope, 22 with a pass. I will say that my con save is a +7. So this thing has a +7 for its con save. So
You still take half.
I still take half. So 3d10. Tell me what I get.
Oh, big money, big money, big money.
No whammies, no whammies, no
No
whammies.
whammies. There we go. Come on. Oh,
Oh, macaroni! All right, so that's gonna be 11 points of damage. Wow, that's a hit and a half right there. And with that, the creature is most definitely bloodied. And it's gonna say, "I'm gonna see you later," and do a couple things. The first is it's gonna run away over to here, provoking from Ziada. That is a hit,
21.
Ziada.
So
That was a
it
hit.
stays right where it is.
What happens? Tell me more.
Because I have Sentinel. And so when a creature within... nope, not that one. Creatures provoke opportunity attacks, even if they take that. Nope. The first one. When you hit a
They
creature
stay
with
their
an
ass put.
opportunity attack, the creature's speed becomes 0 for the rest of the turn.
Okay, so it goes to move away. You strike out. You hit it. Let me see some damage.
Dope is this? So, 12 points of slashing and 3 points of radiant.
Oh, points of slash. So 15. So 15. Okay. I just want to double check something real fast. But it's not a magical attack, so your slashing is actually halved, correct?
Yep.
Yeah. So many rules to reconsider every time. All right, so it can't move at all. So instead, what it's going to do is it is going to turn into a cloud of smoke. And it can't move, but it also cannot really be hurt right now. Maybe. And that is its turn. Novakri, what would you like to do?
Yeah, that's right. Eldritch Blast. No. And I get another one. And worse. Alright, good turn.
Mistness actually sails, I can't say miss, it sails through the mist and then explodes in the wall on the backside.
I have a question, DM.
Mm-hmm.
In regards to what that creature just did. So one of the things under Moonbeam is it talks about a shape changer. Makes its saving throw with disadvantage. If it fails, it also instantly reverts to its original form and can't assume a different form until it leaves the spell's light.
Correct. It has not failed its check yet.
Okay. But it would be considered a shape change.
Well, so this is what I'm gonna rule on that. The vampire has an ability specifically called shape changer. So I'm giving it. I'm saying that it has that. Whether it does or it doesn't, I'm ruling that that would be applicable to this if it failed its check.
Okay. Gotcha.
However, because it reduces itself to a medium-sized creature when it turns into the mist form, it had the choice of which square to go into. So it was like, I'm not going to stay in the moonbeam right now.
Right.
And so that's that.
Okay. All right. Cool. Thank you.
All right. No, good question. Good question. So I'm sorry, it was Novakri. She missed twice. Is she going to do anything else?
Nope, we're good.
Okay. Go back here. Loki. Your friendly neighborhood mist cloud is standing next to Ziada again.
Okay. I'm afraid of a cloud now. I think
Because it was loud.
a loud
It was a
cloud.
loud cloud.
Let me see. Let me do. Oh, that's gonna be very sad. Yeah, it's sad. You get revenge for all the Portons.
I'm not laughing. Yes, I am.
I can sense it. I can feel it. It's fine. I do get sneak attack because Ziada's there, so that's good. I'm guessing a 22 does hit, and my arrow's magical, so that's good.
So there's one. I just need to double check one thing. So yep, I'm gonna say that magic damage does somehow create a disruption in the mist as it passes through and does cause damage to this creature.
Sweet. Cool. And I guess that's it. So. Neat.
Okay,
Very
so
neat.
is it the 14 for damage?
No, the damage was.
Oh, I'm sorry, the 15. I just was looking and it says wisdom save right on it. So a 14 is not enough. You are still frightened.
Cool.
All right, Harvest, you're up. You see this magical arrow fly from the southern portion of the room, goes through the mist, and the mist seems to like recoil, almost like when you like you put the cartoon screen or the cartoon scene when somebody cuts like a square out of the fog and then it sort of sucks back in.
Okay. I would like to move my moonbeam over these clouds. Attempt to damage it with it. See what happens.
All right, so you move the moonbeam over. I want to double check one thing about this. So this will not be the first time in this turn that the creature has been in the moonbeam. So I'm not sure how that works because it says when a creature enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there. So I think you can move the moonbeam onto it and on its turn it will be affected, but in the moment it won't because the turn order currently it has already been affected by it.
Yep, sounds good.
Okay. Can I select this and move it? I can. Oh, look at that. Boop.
Cool. So that happened, and then I'm going to healing Jux again.
Do you have the range for that?
Oh, good question. Let me see what it is.
45 feet.
Oh, okay. You're telling me that I'm 45 feet from Jux, or my healing word is 45 feet?
No, you are 45 feet from Jux. So I don't know
60
what
feet for healing word.
There you go. You can do it.
Jux, what are your HP? What's your HP again? Right now?
38,
Out of
75.
let's see if I can.
Man, if I had known that, I would have made more methods explode at him.
Is that not why? I think you did.
If you defeat this thing, I will tell you exactly why I made the move that I did.
And that is and a wisdom save.
Mm-hmm. Nope, still frightened.
This one's
All right, Jux,
and Jux,
Ooh.
you saw your heal.
Yes, thank you.
Yep.
All right, Jux, you are up. You see this creature turns into a thing of mist. Ziada tries to hit it. Nothing works. Well, actually, I can't say that. Does hit it. It gets stuck there. People are still firing into the mist. What are you doing?
I'm going to land. And then instead of casting Eldritch Blast, because I saw that just pass right through it the last time, I'm going to try. I don't know. What's that?
They also weren't very good shots.
Oh. I'm going to try and cast the Witch Bolt.
Ooh, haven't seen that in a hot minute. Roll to bolt.
Come on. This does.
3d12. That's
And
pretty
it's with
cool.
this disadvantage, right?
Correct. A 17 is exactly the number you needed.
Very nice.
And with 27 damage, a couple things are going to happen. Actually, you know what? I've got to review this because I've never had this happen before. So hold on. Okay. All right. So, so this is kind of messed up. So, all right. I like how I think this is fuzzy rules, but okay. So with 27 points of lightning damage, the mist seems to it seems to like what's the word I'm looking for? It seems to not evaporate, but dissipate a little bit, but it's still hovering there next to Ziana. What that means, I'm going to need somebody to make a knowledge religion roll to get some better information.
Yeah, I got a -1, so I don't think I'll be making that roll. I'll try, but I'm not going to make it.
So I think Harvest, you might, for whatever reason, know this. So vampires, like the master vampires, the ones that make their slaves, when they die, they turn to mist form. They can also turn to mist form as an action, as like a shape changer action. When they die, their bodies turn to the mist form, and then they have an approximate amount of time to get back to like their resting area, like where their coffin or their crypt or whatever is, or they are dead outright. The other thing that's possible, and you may be seeing right now, is that while they're in the mist form, they are only capable of being damaged by magical damage. And so maybe that was just enough damage to drop it to 0, which means it's going to have to make some death saving throws. But vampires regenerate on their turn. So how do you keep it from regenerating? You may have already figured this out.
Well, it's still in that witch bolt.
Well, it's also in the moonbeam as well.
Well, radiant damage. Yeah.
So I'm gonna do one thing. I'm gonna do one thing on its turn. Well, so here's what we got. There are 2 people who can go that may be able to do it damage and kill it outright. That is Ziada and that is Valen. So I'm going to have Valen cast a spell at it, and if she hits it, a hit when you're at 0 counts as 2 deaths. On its turn, unless the 3 death counts have happened through Ziada and Valen, I'll give it 1 chance to roll, and if it rolls a 20, it will regenerate a little bit. But if it doesn't, you guys have killed the vampire. I can't believe you rolled 27 points of damage on a witch bolt with disadvantage. So, all right. So I'm going to move Valen over here. I got to look at her stats again. What has she got? She has a +6 to hit with her spells. She is just going to cast Chill Touch at it, because why waste anything besides a cantrip? So let's see what we get. She is frightened, so we're going to roll 2 d20s and see if a +6 will hit. Oh my God, Valen. So with the disadvantage, it's not a critical, but it is a hit, so that's 2 failures on this thing already. Ziada, it is your turn. Also, you might be muted.
All right. So I just moved a little bit, and my headset didn't pick up everything. Is it my turn?
It is your turn. Remember that this thing is immune to everything besides magical damage, and you have the potential to end this right now if you can do some kind of magical damage to it.
All right. So not that one. Not that one either.
2 misses.
Do I have something?
Is your longsword magical?
No.
It is not.
You don't have magical damage you could attack?
Well, he
That's
has
what I
his
was trying to
smites,
do.
but he's got to hit
Well,
with it.
not even that. I
Gotcha.
have the divine aura around my sword right now with divine favor, so I get an extra D4, but
I
only roll 2s and 3s and shit.
I think I might allow you to do something, because I think you have a bonus action that is magical in nature if you're willing to do it. You could attempt to lay on hands on the cloud.
That is an action.
Oh, it's not a bonus action. I thought you could do it as a bonus action.
I'm wondering though if alright, we're definitely gonna have to do that. Let's okay. No, I I missed, and I don't really have much else that I can do.
Could you attempt to do your shield bash and then turn that into a smite? It is an attack.
That would be kind of on your call potentially, but when you hit with a melee weapon attack.
It's, you know what? It's got some stabby stabs sticking out of it. I'm just hoping for you to get a 1 so I can finally break your shield. But
Yeah.
but
Well, now Loki's there, so.
it's, well, is he close enough? I don't
I
know.
what his range
But
is.
but all right.
Yeah, I would do that to try and hit this thing.
All right. So you've got a real chance. You got a real chance on this. It had advantage, but it rolled real bad.
Well, what do you know? That's all I've been doing tonight.
So a 13 beats its best, which was an 11. So you lash out with your shield. The shield connects with something, even though there's this intangible mass there. Do you deliver some smitey smite through it?
That was the whole plan. So yeah, let's so now it's 2d8. Nope, 3d8. Because it had to be second level.
Oh boy. And with that, like this whether it comes directly from the shield, maybe it emerges like from the ceiling striking down, but you just see that the cloud itself electrifies, and there's all these like little pops and snaps of like electrical discharge, and then it fades, and as it fades, the cloud of mist turns to dust that just falls silently to the floor in front of you. And with that, just want to make sure I just say this right.
Down on this one.
Tekelili dies, and I will tell you guys that this vampire was supposed to plague you throughout this entire dungeon that you're in right now, or these ice caves that you're in.
Yeah, once it turned into a mist, I got that idea.
However,
like
Ziada locked it in place with the one hit that she got to go through, and apart from the killing blow, of course. And that really sealed the deal for it, because I let it get down to about bloodied. And because you guys kept doing radiant damage, it wasn't regenerating its 10 hit points per round. So like it only got one round where that worked out for it, and it only got one good bite off for regen. So it wanted to bite Jux, and then it was going to take off through where it had come from initially and just sort of haunt you guys. But you guys, well done. Despite being frightened, well done. So, welcome to the Caves of Hunger. What are you guys going to do next?
Long rest.
Remember, time is a factor. There's enemies outside at the gate waiting to come in, and there is an unknown in front of you.
Yes. While I entirely am not...
Our fear is gone, right?
Yeah.
I'll say, yeah, we can lift that off everybody at this point, because eventually you would make your checks, and it's going to be like, I assume you guys may be taking a short rest again, maybe doing, I don't know what you're doing. So, but I will, I'll start unchecking that from people, because you are no longer feared.
Sorry, Ziada, you were saying.
I don't remember. So yes, while I don't, I wouldn't take back what I did to take this fucking thing out. I am completely out of spells. I only have 7 to begin with, but still. Just a heads up as we move forward.
Says Dolan, the queen of keeping spells until the very end. She's like, what? I've got spells for days.
All right,
spells for days, motherfuckers. I would like to get to Jux, and I would like to heal him some more, if he goes by that pronoun. With some healing shit that I can't seem to find.
I also have to say that I'm incredibly happy to have seen a Witch Bolt work out, because that spell is such a sucker save. Because if you miss on that first hit, it's just gone. But if you hit, it's devastating, because it's just there for so long. All right. I will also remind you guys that this entryway down here, or this doorway, or whatever that you see between the ice, is a slope that leads down from a room above it, much the same as where you guys first started. That like slope that you guys had to try to climb up, and then additionally, where Ziada came over to, where there's the opening in the side of this pillar, or this column, or tower, as it were. You had seen some interesting like writings on the wall in there. You had seen what looked like a body on the floor, like a skeleton on the floor. And Ziada, as you look through, it looks like the sides of the tower have been crushed in by ice, and that's like the north and the south that you see, but that it goes through to the other side. And it does appear that there's some breaks in the wall over there, but it doesn't appear that it's large enough. Like, you might be able to squeeze through, maybe not. You're probably going to have to do a little bit more research to figure that out.
Yeah. So the guys, it looks like it may break on through to the other side.
That's right. Just a random Doors reference. Got to do it.
So what are we thinking? I was drawn over this way originally when we were coming through, but
Yeah, I'm following you. So
right.
wherever you go, I'll be behind you. And Jux, you got 13 points of healing.
And then I assume Valen heads down again.
Yeah, she's going to tag along with you. She's Gant is very interested in the drawings that are on the wall in this room, and he's like, oh, look, you see the geometries. These are things that were used by the Nethery spellcasters who would come to towers like this to regain their spent magic, I believe, more quickly. And just, it looks, I mean, I could be wrong, but where they are still glowing, this tower may in fact still work. So Ziada, you mentioned that you were out, tapped, as it were. Perhaps there's a way
That's
that
the magical word.
we could make this tower re-energize you somehow.
Yeah, and so
Let's do
when
it.
he's saying that, he's talking about like this tower, because
Yes.
here. Okay, just
Yeah,
wanted-
I'm sorry. Yeah, I hadn't moved
No
her.
worries,
You
just,
said that she come down, but yeah. So yeah, they'd both be in there.
all right, cool. Yeah, then yeah, I mean, let's.
So mechanically, the way
Anyone
this works is a character who studies the walls for like, for a round or so can attempt to make an Arcana check.
Good. That's good. Well,
I'm willing. I'm thinking.
I don't think there's anyone who's not gonna want to do that.
Yeah, I'm thinking it may be. I just want to double check on this. Yep. So, effectively, like with Scant and with, actually, I'll make a check for her, for Valen, just get some gigs. No, Valen doesn't know, but Scant eventually figures it out and tells you that if anybody takes a short rest in this tower, you are capable of regaining one spell slot of 3rd or lower level at the end of that rest.
All right. And is that
Taking a short rest?
Is that different than the Arcana studying?
That was what the check was going to be for, and then I realized, I'm like,
Okay.
you've got the orb. I'm not going to roll checks for the orb. Scant already knows what this is, so it doesn't make sense to have to make that check.
All right. Well,
Nice.
Novakri starts to. Okay, shit. Let me see though. Where are you? Okay. 10-foot radius. Okay. Spell failed.
Novakri pulls out the laser rifle and just starts shooting at all of you. She's like, I've had enough.
She's just trying to. Well, she's trying to find out she's trying to cast the Leomund's tiny hut.
That would work. You might have to move
Wait.
some of the rubble around in here.
Oh, okay. The spell ends if you leave its area. All right, cool. So yeah, I mean, yeah, we'll kind of move some stuff around so that it can do its thing.
Well, as you're doing that, you find that there is a skeleton in what looks to be the scraps of maybe like the robes of a priest or a wizard or like a magi or something. It has a holy symbol shaped like a 4-pointed star around its neck, and that's what you find in there. If anybody wants to make me an intelligence check or a knowledge history, you can do so. You could ask Professor Scant. You can do whatever you want.
Dude, are you kidding? That didn't stay on the 15? You fuck. Okay.
So intelligence, the intelligence check from Harvest, Loki as well. I'll give you this. Oh my God, Ziada. Yeah. Okay.
No,
all right.
It's no Valkyrie. Relax.
Oh, this. I was like, oh my God, that's amazing.
I mean, don't get me wrong. The one, like, if I had to choose a hit, it obviously would have been the opportunity attack. Keep this guy here, and like when I rolled it, I'm like, let this one hit, please. And then it did, and it was just like excellent. But that's literally all Ziada's done tonight. And then the bash and the kill, which obviously though. But
the vampire had an AC of 17, so it was like you guys were just missing it with those 15s and 16s. So
I'm just very well. Ziada wasn't missing with 15s. She's missing.
I wasn't gonna bring it up.
But it's only good that the shield bash is something where it was contested, so that there was a chance that you could roll poorly because she wasn't gonna roll well.
So
but that being said, yes, Novara did that.
All right, so with these checks, I think you guys are all able to piece together that this is a symbol of Mistral, Mystryl. And then with Novakri's history, with I think Loki, you rolled a great history too. Yeah, you rolled a pretty good history as well. So Mistral, and Professor Scant will pick up as soon as you say Mistral's name. So the history of Netheril, which you guys have been learning more and more about as this adventure has progressed, was tied hand in hand with Mistral. Mistral was the original god of magic, and the people of the Netherese nation worshipped her because they were such ardent and passionate and skilled users of magic. However, anybody who has power, that power is coveted by people who seek power. And so this Netherese mage named Karsus hatched a plan to try and steal Mistral's power. In doing so, a couple things happened. One, he did kill Mistral. Two, he momentarily obtained that power, but it had some bad effects. No one's really sure what. And the other fallout of this was the break in the connection of magic throughout the universe caused all of the Netherese flying cities to plummet to the ground and explode in fiery balls of death. Additionally, there were some other real bad problems that were kind of unleashed onto the world when magic cut off for a moment. The universe has a way of trying to right itself, though, especially in, fantasy settings. And so in this, once Mistral had perished, her spirit was revived in the form of Mistra, who is the current deity of magic. She has kind of a shared domain over magics with her not sister, whose name is Shar. And there's a division of like light magic and dark magic between the two. But magic is established and has deities. but
it's-
this
it's
was like the beginning.
shadow of the weave of magic, correct?
Correct. You're right. Yes.
That
So where you have the
is-
weave, then you have the shadow weave. And so this symbol that you see
That was
around this
Valkyrie,
person's
obviously.
neck, yes, the symbol that you see, maybe a little scant in there as
It
well,
was definitely not Ziada, though.
is the four-pointed star, which was the holy symbol and shape of Mistral. And then Loki, I'm going to give this to you as well. It's probably worth about 25 gold.
Does it look like
Or-
it's just like a thing? It doesn't have any like properties to it at all.
Well, it appears to be a holy symbol.
Yeah.
As far as like properties beyond that, there's nothing that anybody with those checks, and I know there were some good ones. It doesn't appear that there's anything there. I do think somebody rolled a really good religion check, though, didn't they?
Yeah, definitely.
So,
Because I preempted. I thought it was going to be religion, and
Yeah.
that was a really good one of 3.
nobody
No.
rolled a great religion check. So
Okay, so we're gonna, if we want to grab that,
so short rest. Mark off whatever hit die you're going to use. Yeah, mark off whatever hit die you're going to use. Short rest can be as short as a half hour, so like you guys don't have to like be encamped here for a while. I will also tell you that the wall over here, because I assume you guys probably checked that out as well. The wall seems loose enough that you could probably move a couple stones aside and create a space big enough that you could crawl out into the other side. And anybody who's looking out into that, and several of you are already getting a vantage point of it because I can see like the light shining out. What you see is what do you see? You see kind of a room that's kind of covered in some rubble at first, which clearly must have fallen off of the tower. And then it opens to the north into a wide opening. From where you can see, it looks like it tunnels off to the right. And then to the southeast down here, you see what looks like another one of those ice staircases that leads down.
Well, everybody's doing. I have a quick question. Did you say there was a short rest or a long rest that I needed to take to get rid of that necrotic?
You short rest. A short rest will get rid of that. And the same for Ziada, who took like 1 point of necrotic damage, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And while we're doing the short rest, can I transfer the gained spell to Ziada?
No, unfortunately, no. It's only the character resting. There's no transferability with it.
Okay.
However, I'm having a horrible thought right now. Does a short rest give you all your portents and everything back?
No.
Oh, good.
All right. So was this just one spell that we get?
You get everybody gets the ability to get one spell back that's either 3rd level or lower.
So,
And Jux, I healed you for another 17 points.
and that's
I
still
just-
something that we can use after, because if we need to,
Yeah, you don't need to heal me right now because I'm good, and with the short rest, I've got enough back.
And you guys have the wand. Don't forget you have the
if
wand.
that's something that like we won't be able to use later, we can use our hit die easily.
I just like the fact that it says heal or healing.
Well,
Healing. Yeah, that is, I can use that once per short or long rest on an individual.
But you're using up uses of the kit, right?
Yeah, but I got a lot. So,
All right.
I think so far I've only used it 4 times out of
I mean,
20.
like from a sort of like conservation kind of viewpoint, there is like using that resource means that you're saving hit die in case you have to take another short rest. So there is some like, I guess, some sense to that move.
All right, so everyone healed up. Good to move on.
Yes.
We'll take some hit points at some point.
I'm very happy that she, yeah, that Vaylin got a spell slot back, because she is not as powerful as you guys. So she really needs to like conserve what she has.
Yeah.
I mean, is Vaylin all healed? Is she fine?
She was only down like a hit point or two.
Okay.
She didn't really take part in the fight with the barbarian tribes, and then you guys
Right.
ran in here, fought the methods, but she was never like really engaged with that. So I think like it was part of an explosion that caught her for like a point or two of
Okay.
damage. So she's good.
Then if Jux doesn't want that healing for 17 points, then I could throw it to Navakri if she needs anything.
I don't know what her hit die is at this point.
Well, it would be the hit die for whatever class she wants to cast. Like I do this with Hal, where I have D8s and D10s I can roll. You just check them off.
What's a bard? Is it 8?
I think it's 8. It's probably 8.
Yeah, she Novakri should be all set. Looks like.
Oh, just so I know, did anybody take the symbol, or was it left behind?
We don't leave anything behind.
Navakri took that.
All right.
All right. So everybody's rested. Everybody's good to go.
Sure.
I love it. I love it. So your options are you can kind of like puncher size your way into the room that's directly in front of you, or you could exit to the west and travel down to the icy slope that you had seen at the bottom of the room you were just in, fighting the Knoll vampire. Tekalili. Teklili? I think that was the name. I had a whole scene it was going to get revealed, but you killed it. So good on you.
So the quick scene, the short version.
Yes, it was a short version. Yes.
So I think we'll push this aside and get on this side of the tower.
Okay. Everybody can easily do it. You don't have to make any checks or anything. So I'm just for sake of this, I'm going to move Vaylin out, and if everybody else wants to move out, feel free. As you guys kind of emerge into that, Ziada, specifically, if you move there, you notice that there are actually 3 exits from this room. There is the passageway leading further to the east that's up here. There's a passage that leads to the north that you had not seen where you were before. And then there is these stairs that descend to the southeast. Which way would you like to go? And also, Navakri comes out right here.
I think start making our way up here a little bit. And then I see.
So I will describe
something
something to
over
you.
there,
Yeah,
so-
I just have to do one thing real fast.
All right, cool.
No, it is not. It is not try to murder you. Not yet, at least. So I just I realized that a bunch of stuff that was like all over this map was in very weird places. I'm just like, why is that there? That doesn't make any sense. Okay, so as you come up there, you see a flat, slightly canted slab of stone that rests in the center of this 20-foot high cave. Remember, most of the rooms are approximately 20 feet tall. One side of the slab is like rough, as if it's just been like snapped off of another piece of stone, like from a larger structure. The slab is about 8 feet long, 4 foot wide, 4 foot high, and covered with frost that seems different than the ice around you.
Okay. It's covered in a different type of frost. You said.
It looks so. I think maybe I'll explain it this way. So the walls of the cavern that you're in right now are the glacier itself, right? Have you ever seen like when water just starts to freeze and there's that like almost opaque crystalline with like different like levels of thicknesses that starts to form at the top of water? That's the frost that looks like it's at the top of this. Like if you were to press on it or to try to brush it, it would break and you could see further at the stone that was there.
Okay, and that is this stone.
That is that. Yeah, this is that slab that's in the middle of the room. It looks like it, like part of it, like the left side and the top, even though it's covered in sort of hoarfrost and cold, looks like it was like worked, right? Like chiseled to perfection. The side facing you appears to have been like broken, as if it was like snapped off of something.
Okay. I'm gonna move up just a little bit here. See if I can notice anything, movement or listening to anything in that room.
So give me a perception check. I
Yeah.
just looked and saw the one and just laughed.
I was trying to. No. Oh my god.
So you don't hear or see anything. I will say though, you do hear.
Slab disappears.
No. But you do hear this weird echo that seems to come from the room in front of you. Like not an echo in the sense of like, hey. Almost like you walk up and stop, and you're quiet and you listen, and from the room after a moment, you hear the like of something that had moved before, but that initial sound wasn't there.
All right. Can people still see me?
Novakri can.
I can.
Okay. I'd like just for people to kind of come up a little bit. I point down, kind of to against that wall. But I'm going to step in. I'm actually gonna have Novakri also right there.
As you step into the room, you see that it is empty. Your dark vision allows you to see that the full area of the room is just this roughly hewn glacial space, flat floor, and in the middle of it is this stone.
Then I will head over to the stone.
All right. As you come up to it, you do you interact with it at all? What do you do?
You said there was like a frost that was in the way because I would look to see if I could read it at all. When
you get up to it, you see that it looks like the top of the stone, despite being worked, carved to be flat, looks like it has reliefs cut into it that you can't see with the frost on top of it.
Okay, then yeah, I would. I'd probably start to, use my shield to kind of try and chip off that sort of stuff.
Okay, easy enough. It creates almost like a shattering sound in the room, like a and it kind of bounces around the room as you do it. But as you do that, you see that there is a script, like a language carved into the top of the stone. What languages do you speak?
Celestial, Common, Elvish, and Giant.
So it is none of those. However, you also notice at the very top of to the left of it. So you'd think that if this was standing upright, the script would read down, almost like a Chinese or a Japanese script or like an Asian script would read down instead of left and right. And at the very top of it is this very detailed circular eye with a pupil in the center of it.
I've played
And
Zelda games to know where this is going.
Give me an investigation check.
No, she'll definitely go in there. I do it right.
That's the one? All right.
So it hasn't. Yeah.
I
So
know.
100%. It took a while to show up on my end.
I know.
100%.
It rolled over here, and then I'm just like, I've got the two screens. It rolled the 20 over here, and then I'm just like, that's the one. And then I'm waiting, and it's like, yeah, it appeared for me at the same time as you.
So you recognize that this pupil could be pushed. It is in fact a button.
All right. So I'll.
Oh my God, Vaylin. I'm like, what's her name? She just goes up. She's like, what'd you find in there?
Something interesting, and I think we're gonna find out what I found in here in a second. And
Okay, Harvest. Wait, before that goes on, I have to say one more thing. Harvest, where you are standing, looking down the passageway that's in front of you, leading further east, you see what looks like the top of a giant statue head. You can just make out like the forehead, which looks like the top of like a Grecian helmet, and this yellow eye that seems to be lit up from some source within it.
I will let Ziada, well, whoever is really who can hear me, I'll just make that known that there's some glowing light coming from a statue head down this way. Because I don't know that I don't know that I know what Ziada's seeing in her room. So I don't know if there's any.
All right. All right. So what's the rest of the party doing? So Ziada comes here, sees this giant head laying on the floor with these glowing eyes. Ziada's up in a room smashing ice off, creating weird echoes. What's everybody else doing?
I would definitely follow Ziada. I would try to check out what she's doing because I can't see from where I am.
Okay. So if you want to move up there and take a look at where she's at, again, she's cleared the room. Nope, north. Sorry. You're going this way. If you're going with Ziada. I'm sorry. Was that the way? Did you want to go to Ziada, or were you going down the stairs?
I'll go that way.
As you get up there, you see what she sees. She points that there's like this button on the top of this script. What languages do you speak?
Just Common and Halfling.
Okay. This script, the script is in nothing that you recognize either. Jux, you can freely move up there if you want to. Valen will probably trail after you as you go, so I'm just going to move her up and into the room. Harvest, are you just holding point, or are you going to try to come up to where they are as well?
Question. I guess I'll go up there and
Okay.
see if any of my languages help.
Okay, so Jux and Harvest, what languages do you speak?
Common, Dwarvish, Giant, Undercommon.
Okay.
And then add Druidic and Elvish to that for me.
So none of you see it. However, Valen goes,
The
"Are you
only
serious?"
one, Novakri has Celestial, Gith, and Quarry.
So it's none of those. You guys, I mean, to be honest, you guys have a very
range.
Yeah, you guys have a great range, except you skipped one of the most common. And Valen steps up and just goes,
Draconic.
she just goes, "What? None of you speak the language of magic itself? Draconic? Man."
Exactly. That's what it's been every time. Draconic.
And so
Tom keeps changing it because he knows we don't have it. So Jux, make sure next character. Sorry.
Oh man. So what you guys see is or what Valen and then Professor Scant, who tries to like interrupt her, she's like, "I'll tell you what this says." And Professor says, No, let me, please, let me. I know what this says. And she's like, all right, whatever. And so Professor Scant tells the characters that this is actually a different variant of Draconic called Loros. And Loros was the Netherese tongue and language that Draconic influenced, but once the Netherese like died out, Draconic continued on and grew into what the language it is today. However, they're close. It's close enough to Draconic that he can translate. And what it says is,
Don't kill the vampire.
If I understand correctly, I believe that this says, from top to bottom, take the free self-guided tour of Yithrin. Press the I to cast the spell.
Seriously?
Yes, I believe that's what it says. Unless you, peasant, know better.
I pressed the eyeball, or the letter I.
No, you start pressing things. I don't speak the language. Which one's the letter I? Just pushing up there. No, the eyeball. Like Ziada realized that there was a button at the top of it. Yes.
Yeah. So no
Okay.
change in plans. Same thing.
All right. So you reach up and you press the I, and you. I just want to make sure I have this right. You currently are now under the effects of the arcane eye spell, which I don't know what that does. I'm gonna look that up real fast. You create an invisible magical eye within range that hovers in the air for the duration. The duration is 1 hour. You mentally receive visual information from the eye, which has normal vision and dark vision out to 30 feet. The eye can look in every direction. As an action, you can move the eye up to 30 feet in any direction. There is no limit to how far away from you the eye can move, but it can't enter another plane of existence. A solid barrier blocks the eye's movement, but the eye can pass through an opening as small as 1 inch in diameter. And as you push the button and you get this, the rock in front of you, like, just crumbles as if this was the one charge left of it. But for the next hour, you've got a weird floating eyeball that lets you see everything in front of you. Everything except invisible things.
Let's go to that other room, guys. There's another glowing eye.
I saw other glowing things. Let's do this. We killed the vampire. What else could be here?
I mean, what else would a vampire let be here? I mean, honestly, so
it's fair. Just for poops and gigs, anybody who wants to can give me a survival check, and maybe I can give some more insight into that.
I definitely want to do that.
She does it for the poop.
For the poop and the
Almost
glory.
20.
Yeah, yeah, opposite ends of the spectrum. Everybody. Harvest with a 22. You start to realize, especially with like the amount of antiquity that you're seeing in here, there's a real strong chance that Knoll vampire and that kobold vampire had been trapped in here for centuries, and that when you guys all intoned Oral's canticle there, Oral's like codicil of White's spell, you cracked an opening into a world that has been sealed off for millennia.
Wow. I let the group know that. It's going to be dusty in here, guys.
It's a little bit dust. I mean, the nice part is it's kind of a vacuum. So, like, you know, like maybe not too dusty, but still dusty.
There's going to be stuff that's been hidden for millennia in here.
At least several centuries. So, I mean, maybe not several thousand years, but at least several hundred years, if not more.
The lost city of Avalier.
Avalonia.
Pre-divergence.
I
Pre-calamity.
mean, you just let's put it this way. I think that the lost, like the Nethery civilization ended like 1,000+ years ago, and this was clearly something that happened either at that time or prior to it. So,
nice.
maybe like a millennia and a half, give or take. And so that may be why some of these potent magics are kind of expiring as you're encountering them. But you've got a floating eyeball. I've started a counter, and I can't wait to tell you when it's not working anymore.
Let's move.
All right, send it forward. What do we got?
Go down the other hallway.
So I think that what I should probably do.
Send the eyeball. Get an icon. And
Yep, that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, give her.
I'm going to go. What's funny? What's a funny thing to give you? I'm going to give you a flaming skull.
Makes sense.
Oh, so I will give you a little bit more information before you run in there, Loki. But you can totally be in there. I am going to open this up. Nope, I'm going to open this up. I'm going to give control of this. Controlled by... What's the matter?
I said to Ziada.
No, you push the button. You have control of this.
I have the eye. Oh, shit. I thought Ziada pushed the button. Okay. Cool. Throwing the eye in there.
Hold on. I gotta get rid of this guy because he's in game, so I can't use him. I gotta find something different. No, if I'm gonna do it, might as well do it this way. Oh, that's gross. So yeah, you can have that. All right, so that's your eyeball. And,
nice.
And
I dig it.
And we're gonna give you. Where are you? You know what? I'm just gonna give everybody access to it. That way, it's easier. And then I gotta go in again because I gotta give it some. Hold on. I'm trying to give you some shit here. Okay, vision, night vision. It's got
the clock's
30
ticking,
feet.
You said. It's your own fault.
Okay, it should now be presenting you with more. Yeah. Ow! Stop kicking. All right. Because Loki was the one to run into the room. Loki, you notice that there is. Hold on. What the hell room are you guys in? Okay. You guys notice that in the middle of, again, a 20-foot high room is an enormous head made of iron. Its eyes aglow with a golden light, and the eyes, as you move towards it, seem to look right at you and go, like the lights flicker and they go blink, 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 stop for a sec, blink, blink. And then it holds for a second, and then it goes blink, 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 stops for a sec, blink, blink.
It's Morse code.
I was just going to say that.
Did they have Morse code a millennia ago?
It was probably called Loros code, but sure, maybe.
Do they have it right now?
Well, so nobody speaks it except for Valen and Professor Scant, so maybe they could help.
Dewey Decimal System. I want to know what everything looks like. I want to see what are the walls glowing? What do I see? Anything other than that?
So this room appears to be another ice cavern, but laying amidst some rubble is this giant head. Moving further to the east is another long winding tunnel that seems to go another 30, 40 feet ahead that you can't see further on. I will show you guys one thing. You bear with me. Doop. This is kind of fun if I can find it. Oh, come on, where is this thing? No, that's not gonna work. Trying to see these tiny pictures is so frustrating.
We got engaged after 1 month, Mama.
These guys?
Mm-hmm.
Well, when
I can't. You know what? If I can find it later, I will bring it up for you guys. I just can't find it right now. Sorry. But basically, think of like a Grecian helmet, and that is what you guys see with these glowing eyes and doing that sort of blinking code to you. As Valen and Nova and Scant would come up, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to put him right on you. He'd be like, Wait, I believe that is Loros code. Wait. Oh, great. Giant head of amazingness. Can you understand us? The pattern stops. And then it starts again. And Scant goes, Oh, perhaps if I speak in Loros. And so Scant says it again. Do you understand us? And the head goes, the lights in the eyes go, blink. Scant
One
says,
blink for yes.
Scant says, maybe. Oh, perhaps you are not a peasant. Good thinking. Let's ask the question that might not know. What day is it? Blink, blink.
No.
Yes.
I suppose are there any questions we should ask this?
Yeah, but before it was going blink, 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 blink.
Oh,
Blink,
I believe
blink.
it was saying hello.
Okay. Okay. Say hello to it and see what it says back.
So Scant says hello in Draconic, and the eyes go blink, 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 blink.
Okay.
I suppose. Is there any other questions we should ask it, or should we just move on?
Are you sentient?
Blink.
Is there anything it needs?
Yes. It's sentient.
Well, so basically, you guys are asking questions. Scant's asking the questions.
Yeah,
it's
in
responding to
Draconic.
Scant. Yes.
Yeah.
But Kevin, I didn't hear what Ziada's question was.
Does it need any help?
It pauses for a moment after Scant translates and goes, blink.
Uh-oh.
I feel like what we're going to end up having to do is play a game of yes/no questions. So,
21 questions.
right.
Scant
Or
goes.
some people call it yes/no questions.
Scant goes. Scant thinks for a moment, and he says, "Maybe we'll ask it. Let me ask it one more question." And so, it's like in a language you don't understand. And this time, the creature goes, or the lights in the eyes go, blink, blink, blink. And he goes, "Oh, all right. I believe we can get 3 types of answers out of this head. 1 is yes, 2 is no, 3 is I don't know."
Okay.
Are you stuck?
Blink.
Can you be freed?
Blink, blink, blink.
Yeah.
Mm.
Is this your, you know, original form?
The longest blink. Blink.
That's weird.
Do you need to be fixed?
Blink.
Okay.
I send the eye like around the whole head to see if it sees anything that I should see.
No, so the eyeball is like me, 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 like goes all the way around the head. And it looks like a large stone head, that like a helmeted head with these glowing yellow eyes, and it's got you know, in like medieval helmets, how they had like the nose breaker. They had like that piece that was supposed to protect the nose, but it never actually did because it would bend back and break the nose. The architecture makes it look like it has one of those that comes down over like the entirety of where like a nose and a mouth would be, and that's what you see.
Is no nose or mouth underneath it?
Yeah, it looks it that's it. And at this point, Scant will say, "Oh, that's right. It occurs to me. I believe in my readings and research, I've learned that, well, the Netherese would construct gigantic statues like this that would stand guard over entrances to their cities. So I can only assume that this head being this large would in fact be part of a larger structure somewhere else." As Scant says this, if he translates it all, the creature like goes blink.
So, do we fix you by reassembling your body?
Blink, blink, blink.
Okay. So you don't know how we fix you.
Blink.
Does it
A
look
sad
like these
blink.
are fragments around?
It looks more like debris that. So where there's nothing around it that looks like a body of the proportion of this head, like where this head's taking up what, like a 10 by 15 area, you have to assume that if this was part of a statue, that statue must have been massive. So none of like the debris around it appears to be like integral to it, or if it is, I mean, maybe it's made of the same stone, maybe it's not. Who knows?
Did someone bring you to this location, or were you moved to this location, or were you always here?
It goes.
Okay, one
It
question
wait,
at a
wait, no,
time.
no. It goes. It tries to answer all of that. It Scant translates, so it goes blink, 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 blink.
So no, I don't know, no, and then yes.
Correct. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, you're doing really well with this.
Okay.
If I'm ever trapped and I need to send a get me out of here message via video to Dolan, I'm sending it to Dolan.
Yeah.
Why is
That's what Tom says.
Tom blinking so much? I don't know. Oh, a code. Also, as this is going on, time is ticking. So if you want to send your eyeball anywhere else, feel free.
Yeah. Sending it ahead, being that
Right.
there's nothing for me to see there. Okay.
As the eyeball continues forward, you see I just want to double check to make sure I know what that is.
And what's the distance I have on this guy?
It's indefinite.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, I believe. I'm just going to hang on, pull it up again. You can move the eye up to 30 feet in any direction. There is no limit to how far away from you the eye can move, but it cannot enter another plane of existence.
Okay.
So this thing could go as long as you want.
Okay.
As you get there, you see another set of steps leading down.
Does anybody have like a levitate spell or anything?
As your eyeball comes to the bottom of the stairs right here, it stops for a moment, because the image that you're getting in your head from it, it looks, it's almost like it picks something up, right? Like it like you're looking at it, you're kind of, it's sort of like a CCTV viewpoint of the world, and it seemed to pick something up for a minute, so it stopped just to like do like a quick like scan, even though like it sees in all directions around it. And then it doesn't seem to see anything else again. And no, there's no mist cloud like what you had seen with the vampire transforming.
So it thought it saw something, or I thought I saw something through it, and then when I do a 360 scan all the way around in a spherical motion, I don't see anything?
Correct. With that, I'm going to take a quick pause, and I will be right back.
Hey guys, that was suspicious when my eyes saw. Should I scan again? And what are we going to do about the statue?
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure Loki has levitate, so it's something where it's like there is that available, but I think it has to be less than 500 pounds. So we're quite past
I don't
the
know
limit,
with
I'd imagine.
I don't know if levitate has a limitation like that. Tensor's disc does, but I'm not sure if
That's what
levitate
it was.
does.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also I don't even know if like the size of this head is going to be able to get through these passageways or not. I mean, it had to. Maybe it didn't come through this passageway. Maybe it came from the other passageway.
Well, it would just have to squeeze.
No, levitate
Okay.
has the same limitations.
Keep you from
Yeah,
taking
yeah.
a building.
That's very fair. Why they would put that on there? I would steal so many buildings.
Like we could go up to just Strahd's castle and then just levitate it, and then just have someone throw it. Just Archon could just whip it, and then
Yeah.
it just flies, and then it's just like, all right, well, he's gonna be pissed, but at least he's only got him versus us.
All right. So I came back just in time to hang up the Discord call, but I did get to hear that Loki is going to levitate and steal buildings, which maybe that's how he's mayor now.
Among other things, Lonelywood is not nearly the small town that it used to be.
Bryn Shander's been being moved there one building at a time.
Right. Maybe some of the other cities that are closer first, but we'll get there. Towns, whichever.
I'm going to take this giant section of fence, and I'm going to take this giant section of fence. All right, so what are you guys doing? What is the plan?
So I don't know how we would want to try and do anything with this guy, so I'm thinking we might want to just move on and see if we can find something that might help him. We can always swing back later if need be, but
That's a good idea.
For the time being, we move on and try and get some stuff accomplished.
What does my eyeball see here?
Hold on, I was sorry. Where is your eyeball? Oh crap! All right, as your eyeball goes, thank God it's thank God it's invisible, because otherwise that's really creepy. You see a large room, obviously, that's spread out in front of the eye. That there is the top of a partially shattered tower resting on its side in the middle of the room. The ceiling goes up to about 30 feet, and then if you move the eyeball forward by about 10 feet, I'll tell you one more thing.
There's a monster. It eats it.
It's invisible, so no. There is a gigantic glass smooth tunnel in the floor leading down.
Okay. My eyeball goes down the tunnel. Well, it's going to look around a little bit more, and then it's going to go down the tunnel.
So as your eyeball looks around, it's go ahead and give me an investigation check. Eyeball doesn't see anything too crazy or suspect. You do recognize that this was the slope that led back to the room that you fought the vampire in. So
okay, yeah, down the tunnel.
Okay, I'm going to move you to a tunnel. As you're doing this, what is the rest of the party doing? Because remember, you can only move it 30 feet per round. So Professor Scant will say, "Oh boy, perhaps there is nothing we can do for this big fellow. I'm sorry, but perhaps we should move on."
Yeah, well, we're gonna move on this way, I think. Unless Hardest has any thoughts on it.
Oh yeah, I think we should go that way.
Okay.
I'm just going to see what the tunnel says.
Yep.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Keep moving so you can keep moving the eyeball another 30 feet if you want. All right. As you get down there, the tunnel continues. Again, your visual acuity through this is a little. I like to think it's a little like staticky, like like you're watching CCTV kind of thing. But it looks like somebody took like a hot knife and carved this tunnel because the walls are just like glass smooth. All right. Cut back to everybody up here. Ziad is in the front. Where's everybody else in this party going?
It looks like a colon, guys. A colon.
Valen's going to hang in the back with Jux. Novakri snakes up. Loki's in the back. All right. Just to describe what you see as you get up there, you see the tunnel kind of makes a turn. Ziad, if you take a step forward, I'm not going to kill you. There are a set of stairs that are carved, like you've seen before, leading downward into the next room.
All right. We'll head down those.
Okay. As you get down there, you see in front of you these carved stairs. You see another large room. Again, the ceiling's only about 20 feet high, but as you do that, it looks like the ice in the walls and the floor start to ripple, and this sound of like shama, 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 starts to like just pierce your ears, not in the sense that it's causing pain, but that you just can't get the sound out of your head. And with that, I think I'm going to need everybody to roll initiative. So I'm just going to take everybody off of initiative, and then you guys can roll initiative and we get you back on initiative. And so I need to do this real fast because this is going to get crazy.
You can drag and select, or you can shift click on guys, and then you can have like multiple selected to add turn.
So I just tried to do that, and it just kept giving me like move as opposed to anything else, and so that's why I just did this way. So yeah, it was dumb, but let's do this. I gotta do this. Sorry, everybody. I didn't know if you guys were going to be here, so I didn't have this completely set up. Come on, give me what I need. There we go. +2 to these. Okay, so we're going to roll this.
Wow.
We're going to go.
85, they're definitely going first.
Yeah, definitely going first. Well, we've got a lot of 4s.
Yeah.
That's this. That's this. And then we're just going to go. This should be it. Okay. Everybody else is in there except for I need to do Balin, add a turn, roll a d20. I thought I clicked it. I'm going to do the thing. There you go. Nice. There you go, Balin. Okay. It should be everybody, right? One, two. Nope. I don't know why that just didn't happen. You know what? We'll figure it out as we go. So, put this in descending order. I'm going to turn on some rat battle because, you know.
Appropriate.
Yep. And top of the order is Loki. Loki, what do you do? Does Ziada say anything as Ziada sees all of these hooded, shadowy figures just start pouring out of walls on the floor in the room in front of her?
Yeah, it's kind of something where at this point it's not like, oh, let's be quiet. It's like, all right, there's some stuff going on down here. Whatever these things are.
Only move up to there. Bonus action to move next to Ziada.
Da, da, da.
Don't come this far forward.
These seem familiar from another campaign that I know about.
Tom was inspired by his.
These were not my selection. They were part of this campaign.
Okay, so then I move 5 feet back with the rest of my movement, and then I take my action to run all the way back. There we go. That's good. Now I still feel unsafe.
You're not wrong.
If Harbor is in danger, Loki is screwed.
Yeah, I will die much sooner. So, alright guys, it's been good.
It's been a good run. At least I died, Mayor.
I like how you guys fought a giant hyena werewolf and no one was really like, whatever. Loki walks into this room. Yeah, sorry. Loki walks into this room and just goes, no, we're all dead. We are all dead.
Nope.
Yeah.
I got a bad feeling about this, guys.
I've been hurt once. And, I really Really, it wasn't even something that hurt me. It was more just like I felt sapped, and I'm like, all right, this is never gonna be something that I'm cool with.
Yeah, if we faced like, I've only faced one of that with, probably what are we at now? Almost 10 more levels, 9 more levels. What are we, 7?
13. Yeah, you guys are what? You guys are 8th right now? 8th level or 7th level?
Hey,
8th level. Yeah. So
Yeah,
so
so
what? So 5 levels
5
of
more
buff. Yeah.
levels. Yeah, and I was a barbarian, so that's I'm
Things are
I'm
rough.
going back to be mayor. I'm
Well,
gonna
just
retire.
Right.
remember this. I will say this. Remember that as a non-strength based character, it's not going to affect your damage output.
That's fine. That's okay.
Yes.
I don't need. There's too many here. I mean it. All right, we'll do a TPK. That's fine. I'm fine with that.
If that's what you want to end the story, Tom, fine.
Yeah, I'm
I
more
brought
afraid
you
of
guys.
this than I am of oral. This is just All right. Good run. All right. Well, that's it. I used all my movement
Everything.
to get up to
You did. You
harvest.
ran
I
up,
used my
went,
bonus to
nope.
run down, and I did the biggest nope that I could, and I will leave the party here. And there we go.
Well, just think. I mean, where do you go, right? Because backwards, the tunnel's been collapsed, and there's an enemy probably digging it out to come and get you. Forward,
Oh,
there's these things.
okay. TPK that. Well, that's everything. Bye.
The other place I can run back to town. This one sucks.
All right,
Yeah,
so
crap.
all right, so I'm gonna do this. Go back here. All right, so moving on. Which one is this guy? This guy, he's gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Makes it up to Ziada. Ziada, are you giving off anything right now as far as stuff and things?
No, I've just got my, save aura.
And that's just for you and friends, as opposed to like a radiant that creates anything, or like not a radiant, a radius effect or whatever.
Right.
All right. Well, let's see what this guy does. He's gonna give you he's gonna make a little attack. Not a great attack, but he's gonna give it a little attack. And get rid of that. Pull this guy up, and let's see what happens. It's not with advantage, but a natural 20 is definitely going to hit you.
All right, guys.
So, so it's going to do. So, do you have any resistances to necrotic damage?
Mm-hmm.
You do. Okay. So I'm going to roll. I'm going to roll some necrotic damage, and then let's see. So originally it's 2d6. So I'm going to roll 4d6. 4d6 plus 2. Is that correct? I'm just double checking. It is 4d6 plus 2. For 19 points of damage, and then I'm going to roll a d4, and that's what you take for strength damage. D4 is a 1, so you only take the 1. Shadow number 15 is also going to move up. Let's make sure I get the right one. He's going to 5, 10, 15, 20. He's going to roll up here. He's going to try to attack you. Let's see what he can do. 16 does not hit, correct?
Right.
All right, so second one. They only get the one attack. Second one is a miss, and it goes to Ziada. Ziada, what do you do?
Yeah, let's get out here as soon as possible. I'm going to try and attack this first one with less than.
That is definitely a hit. It was definitely a hit.
That's good.
Yeah.
11.
So what kind of damage is this?
so this is slashing.
Okay, didn't you say that your effect was giving it like something else?
That I think only lasts a minute, so that's probably gone at this point.
Okay, yeah, that would be gone. But that's 11 points of. Hold on, I just want to double check something. Okay, so unfortunately, this is one of those critters that if it's not magical, it's going to be resistant to it. So unless you're going to do something else to this, it's only going to be 5 points of damage.
All right, so with that, I'm gonna run back and say we have to get the hell out of here.
All right, I will give it damage, but you were going to provoke from it by doing that.
Yep.
Actually, you'll provoke from both of those. So here we go. That's a 6 to hit, so that's a miss. And then that's a 10 to hit, so they both reach out. Miss. I'll tell you, I think this battle is winnable. But you're right. There is the chance that they could just outright murder you. So you swing.
What's the duration on that stuff? Do I feel like I need a long rest after to clear it?
It is so the target. Oh, sorry. Otherwise, the reduction lasts until the target finishes a short or long rest.
Okay, cool.
All right,
On the
I have
front-
a quick question.
Shoot.
If I cast a concentration spell, do I need to maintain sight on it, or just to keep the spell going, even if I can't, or can I keep it going even if I can't see it? What's that?
So
It might depend on the spell.
Yeah, so if the spell is concentration and there's no like sight or duration effect on it, you could conceivably keep it going until such time as you had to make a concentration check or something else happened.
It's a concentration up to a minute.
So we have expired past the minute because of. Oh, wait, you're talking about Witch Bolt right now?
Nope.
Okay. If you had cast something else, when did you cast it on yourself? Was it as you guys were coming down here right now, or you're going to do it right now?
I'm thinking of casting it.
Oh, yeah. So in that case, it would start and continue for that minute duration, provided that your concentration wasn't interrupted or you didn't cast another concentration spell.
Okay.
So Ziada, you only moved back about 15 feet. If you're going to move further, I think you can move further, or is that just where you wanted to go?
I'm staying here because I'm still going to try and prevent these things from moving forward.
Oh, I see. You're limiting it to the one. I get you.
Right, exactly.
All right.
One is plenty. I feel like.
I mean, I was hoping I could sneak one more into that square against you, but okay, fair. I just want to make sure. Oh, it's interesting. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with this. So, all right. That was Ziada. Jux, you are up. You are now standing literally on the front lines, and there are these two things in front of you. And you've seen two of your compatriots be like, nope.
So I'm going to cast Cloud of Daggers.
Okay. I don't know this spell. I'm excited about it. Sounds like something Hal would want.
Hold on.
Oh, wow. Okay. Are you casting it at second level, or are you casting it higher?
You can't cast it at second level.
What's that?
Oh, I see. A second level conjuration cast at third level. I'm sorry. Are you casting it at third level or higher?
Third.
Okay. All right. So wait a minute. Second level cast at because you're casting at third level. So this is doing 6d4. right? It's going to do 64 points of damage.
Or at higher levels, yeah, increase it to yes.
Yeah, because you're casting a second level spell. At third level, it's doing the 2d4, so it's 64. Okay, cool. So where are you going to put this? Right in front of Ziada?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Enters for the first time or starts a turn. Okay, all right. I'm super interested to see how this works. So, all right. So, I'm going to put a circle right there. Draw a circle right here. That's not a circle. That's a square. But there's your daggers. All right. Is that your turn?
The Eldritch Blast is not a concentration spell, correct?
It is not a concentration spell. So on this turn, unless you have a spell that can be cast as a bonus action, you may not be able to do anything.
Down the road.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, and you still have your move available to you if you want, because you haven't moved.
I'm done.
Okay. It goes to Vaylin. Vaylin is like, I don't understand what's happening. And she's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, and go, oh shit, shadows. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. She's going to shoot. What are these things immune to again? I got to look at this again. Does she have anything that would help with this? Sorry, everybody. I want her to help you guys, so I want to make sure I know what she has, but I don't think she has anything that.
Anyway.
Yeah, she's just
being the necromancer or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Like, oh, here's undead things.
It's
could summon them.
Have raised you. It's like, all right, you weirdo.
All right, so she is
going for your motherly instincts.
She is instead going to. Let's see if she can even hit with this. Let's just roll this. +6. That's a 1, so that's a miss. So she casts a spell. The spell does not work out, and that is her turn. She moves. She casts that spell. She's all she can do. And Professor Scant, you just hear Professor Scant yelling at her like, "Oh, you dumb woman! Why would you do that?" And she's like, "Do you want me to break you? Do you want me to break you? I will break you right now." And now it goes to shadow number 10. Who is this guy? And he's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Like jumping into like military mode there. It's like, do you want me to break? Do you want me to break you? Drop it, give me 20.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm going to provoke 35, 40. And it's gonna take the space right next to Ziada, but it's gonna take 64 points of damage. So roll that 64. Chris. Oh my god. So wait a minute. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, okay. I was gonna be like, so you don't kill it because it only has 16 hit points, but with 4 more points of damage, as this thing emerges, it's dead. The thing that's interesting about that, though, is as it comes out of the blade storm and goes to grab and latch onto Ziada for another attempt to get her, it goes, "You will give me your skin." And then it perishes.
Right, Peppermint Butler, relax.
Oh, get back in your cave with the lich. Right, did I delete the wrong guy?
No.
Hold on. I think I took the wrong guy off the map, but whatever. I'll figure it out next turn. Goes to Harvest. Harvest, what are you doing? 1 down of what can only be known as several entities. Harvest, did we lose you? Or are you still with us?
If we lost her, she wouldn't be able to answer.
It's fair, but if she was muted, she wouldn't be able to answer, and I just noticed she's not muted. So
It lit up for a second. Yeah, it is, but
it's lighting up.
I
Harvest, you
wonder
might
if
have to
it's just
reconnect.
Our speakers picking up what we're saying.
The lightest of
I'm
snores.
sorry, our speakers. Right.
The lightest of Mulan quotes.
Yeah. They're sneaking into the palace now, but it's like
A girl worth fighting for.
they definitely passed that point.
I know.
We were fighting the vampire.
Yeah, well, when he was like, "Show me your war face," and like, yeah, we've moved on. On. So.
It's like now's not the time. Come on, read the room.
So my daughter recently wanted to see or wanted to watch, so we put it on the live action Mulan film, and I'm like, all right, let's see who Mushu is, and all of a sudden a phoenix shows up, and I'm like, that's not Mushu, that's not Mushu at all. I mean, it's still cool, but just it's not Mushu.
Like I saw some different things because I didn't watch it, but it was like some of the stuff where it's like, yeah, the whole point is like you get the idea that she's like this, like, you know, right from the first scene, she has like the chickens and stuff. She like breaks tradition. She uses her ingenuity to like have something like the dog run and it feeds at all of the stuff or something like that. And it's just like it gives you so much to this character. Whereas in the live action, she just like jumps up on like a broom that she like threw into something and like bounces up, and it's like, oh, so she's a superhero.
You're already a
this?
ninja.
This is
okay.
not like a, oh look, this is a girl who uses her brains to outsmart her opponent. It's like, I'm a superhero and I have magic. It's like, that's a different story. What?
So I just before because we're at 11:29 and we can pause here for the night. I just want to share just because Dolan's probably out, and that's fine. So these things are called shadows, and they are amorphous, which means they can move through a space as narrow as 1 inch without squeezing. So when you cast your dagger storm or dagger cloud, I was like, put it somewhere where they can squeeze past it. Like, just put it in this square, please. And you didn't. And I was like, ah. But it does mean that Ziada is not holding the line, and that if something can survive the blade damage, they will sneak up past. And so, dun, dun, dun.
Ziada still doesn't have a fucking magic weapon, so Ziada can't do shit.
Ziada's just like, damn it. Well, I mean, you did 5 points of damage, but just... Yeah. That's probably not enough. It's probably not enough to kill him. I
swung once, and it was just like, dude, fuck this.
Well, so you also know that 14. Well, so you know that 18 points of damage will kill these things, which is why in the Pirates game, Hal is still confused as to why we're running. I'm like, just stab it a couple times and it's dead. I mean, whatever. It's just gonna kill it.
Yeah. Well, you have magic weapons, so.
That's true. Well, so does the captain. The captain has the captain's got the most magic weapon of all.
Does not.
Fair.
And you rolled a 1 against Ziada, and I'm like, oh, yeah, I get it, because that brought me down from 18 to 17. So now instead of +4, it's +3. But the captain got brought down from, I think, also 18. But you know, it's not as big a deal. He put all his stuff into
he got hit with the 1,
but
then he got hit with the 4,
and he just went, "What are we doing in here? Whose idea was this? Fucking idiot! Let's get out of here." And he's gonna blame Hal because it was 100% Hal's fault that we came here. However,
it's Hal's fault that he suggested the haunted house to begin with. Yep.
Yes.
Well, it's gotta be better than the fucking sewers.
I swear to God.
Oh my God.
I swear to
not?
I swear to
this
God.
town sucks.
if we find out later that like the sewers of this town are literally like just laden with gold, and we just had to get through that next section, I'm just gonna be like, are you serious? We were right there. We were on the cusp of greatness, and now we're fighting fucking ghosts.
That's the thing where it's just like they always have like whatever, even like those like I'm trying to think of exactly how like what image I saw it in, but some sort of image where it's just like the guy's digging and he's about to hit diamonds or something, and he gives
And he
up.
goes left or
And
whatever,
it's just
gives
like,
up.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, just that sort of thing. It's just
There was-
if only he had just shut up.
I forget
Been
what
doing
show
this
it
for
was.
7 years, and then he
it
just
may-
decides like maybe I should try something different. And it's like if only.
I think it may have even been Foster's Imaginary Home, where like the group decided to like go digging for treasure, and every time they dug down, they dug right, so they went by the dinosaur bones, and then dug down and went left, and they went by like the treasure chest, and they went down and missed the alien spaceship. It's like it's a classic trope, but it's
Right.
so true. It's so
Right.
true.
And then once you can see it from the outside, it's just like, yeah, there you go.
But all right, so with this, it's 11:30. Good stuff, everybody. Nobody's dead yet.
But,
there is
shadows here.
a room full of these guys that are going to come for you. I know I left a couple of them out. I will update that before next week, and we'll go from there. But good stuff. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you for running, Tom.
Thank
No
you.
worries. All right, we'll talk to y'all later.
Next week.
Good night.
Later.